Hello everyone, it's Saturday and welcome to the final episode of Talkin Trains. So what I wanted to talk briefly about today, some of you may have already seen in the news because it happened just a few days ago. Perhaps some of you saw or heard about a locomotive engineer out in the San Pedro area of Los Angeles who tried to use a railroad locomotive to hit a hospital-type ship that was docked somewhere in a port in Los Angeles. It was certainly one of the most bizarre things that I have ever heard happening in terms of railroad-related accidents. Now, initially, I didn't know where this had happened. I thought it was actually some sort of April Fool's prank because that's when it came out, or at least that's when I saw it. Now, I don't know if it happened on April Fool's Day, but I know it happened right around that time. So if you haven't seen what happened or don't know what I'm talking about, a Pacific Harbor Line locomotive, number 21, I think is what the name of the railroad and the number of the engine was run off its tracks at this container yard somewhere in the San Pedro area of Los Angeles sometime earlier this week. I want to say like Tuesday or Wednesday. And the engineer apparently did it intentionally in hopes of trying to hit a hospital ship that was docked in the port there that was helping with the pandemic response in that area of California. And apparently he thought it was there for other reasons, and we're not going to get into what his reasons were for doing it. But after looking at the videos and pictures, I am very surprised how far that engine traveled from where the tracks ended. There's an overpass right where this happened, and the tracks, if they were to continue past where they stopped, they would go underneath the overpass. And it looks like maybe at one time they did, I don't know, but the engine got to the complete other side of the overpass. It was very, very strange to see. Now, initial reports said that the engineer had fallen asleep and had run off the track, but I guess it came out that he did this intentionally to try to hit that boat. A friend of mine who actually lives in this area got some pictures of the engine as it was sitting there, but as expected, the security is very, very tight around there because they're doing all this FBI investigation or whatnot, so he wasn't able to stay there very long. But as I said in the beginning, this is one of, if not the most bizarre railroading incident that I have ever heard. Now, I personally have not witnessed any railroad-related accidents. I have had to call in some grade crossing malfunctions, and I actually was out one day when a train did hit a vehicle. Now, I wasn't at the crossing where it happened, but I did try to get close to where it was. I managed to get a lot closer than I thought because there was a firefighter there who had the road blocked, and he let me walk on the sidewalk, at least, up close to where this particular accident had happened. But I've never actually been a witness to a train-related accident. And I kind of hope to never be, actually, because I don't know how I would react in something like that. I do have a friend who was present close by to a train versus car accident several years ago and actually had to help extricate the victim from the vehicle. Thankfully, the person lived and everything was okay, but it was quite a frightening scene from what I heard. So yeah, that about wraps up the Talkin Trains segment for this channel. I might continue this later on, but we got 1 week of Lent left, and it's Holy Week. I might be doing some things a little differently. I don't know. If I would have thought this out, I might have made Holy Week kind of one of the exceptions, but we are still in Lent, and I did say I would make a video every weekday and Saturday. 6 more videos for you. This is the last Talkin Trains episode. I do hope that you enjoyed this little segment. I might continue it. So with that, God bless. Have a great weekend. Happy Holy Week. Happy Palm Sunday coming up tomorrow. I'll see you all on Monday.